Oh, it's funny. You finna walk away. Oh, you finna walk away. You ain't got nothing to say now. Like it's not. You ain't got nothing to say. Stop doing this. Stop walking. Stop going. Stop trying me. Stop doing this goofy stuff. Crazy. I'm pregnant. I'm finna forget you.
All right, C.O., start the show.
What up, what up? It's the C.O.Show podcast, and I'm glad to say I am C.O. I am here today, and we're going to get started as soon as I tell you these people's names. How y'all doing?
Wow.
Gigi, how you doing?
Shit.
I'm doing good. How are you? Gee, that's an opener?
Yes, absolutely.
What hell of an
Julio, how
opener.
you doing?
Get all this money worth today. I'm doing great.
Oh, we ain't wasting no time
Good
today.
Full
night.
time.
Tiffany!
I'm good, but
Tiffany, let me ask you a question. I asked Tiffany in the parking lot, I said, are you Puerto Rican? Tiffany says, I think so. I'm like, what?
I did not say I think so. He
Are you
said
fully
no.
Puerto? What are your parents?
He asked me, my mother's Puerto Rican,
Uh-huh.
and my father is one of two people, and don't judge us over here, okay? So the first option would be he's all Puerto Rican, and the second option is he's 3/4 Puerto Rican and a fourth Jamaican.
This is how I know she's not lying, because she has options as far as her father, which means she is either Hispanic or black. And we move on. I'm just joking.
Oh,
No,
shit.
let's talk about
No.
Absolutely.
Here
I
we
identify
So you
being
identify
a
being a
black
black
woman.
woman.
Absolutely.
Why do
yes.
you have options?
Shots
though? What do
fired.
you mean?
Well, my mother was fairly young when she had
Okay.
me.
How old?
She was 15 when she had
Okay.
me. My mom was 15 when she had me. And it's unfortunate, but she does not speak on the truth or what's false or what's not real. So I've gotten different stories from different people. So I've come down to, I've met my biological father, remember? I
Okay,
didn't know who
yeah.
he was.
Okay.
I met him, and then after revealing who he was, then other truths started to come to surface. And so now I know of this other person. But I mean, I don't.
Do you not want to like cuz I've seen the don't they have like a DNA thing?
They do.
Where you can do- Okay.
So with me, my personal story, because I carry my biological father's last name,
Okay.
so that's always been an identity crisis for me. So once that was discovered, or once I was revealed, or once I learned of that other side of my family, that kind of went away. So when this other person came to the table, I didn't have I felt I know who I am now, so I don't feel
You
the
don't really
need
care.
to care.
I get it. If he stepped up, he did his thing,
Right,
that's your
you
problem.
know. So
Yeah.
the person whom it may not possibly be my father, although he was, back in the day in the 80s, that crack was, that was a drug of choice.
Yeah.
So although my family looks at him like, oh, so he was a crackhead and we did what's best for you as far as keeping me away from him, he paid child support. So that's how I
Can't knock
found
that
him,
shit.
and I don't knock him for that. So it just is what it is.
I have a quick question about child support right quick.
Uh-oh.
I was always taught growing up, like, like, do some kids see their child support? Like, do they get it? Like, do you hand it to them? Or do you just be like, this money goes towards me taking care of you?
Well,
Move on with your day.
I personally don't get any child support payments.
Okay.
If I did, my daughters are teenage daughters, I would find a way to put it on like some sort of card, because that's what they get from me anyways. They have some
An allowance.
allowance spending money.
definitely
So
had allowance.
I would just probably give that to them. As far as me, my money, I guess she did give it to me without me knowing that she was giving it to me, because he was supposed to be dead. So child support was being sent to my great-grandmother's house, and then my great-grandmother was writing a check to my mother, which I just always assumed she was helping us out. But that was my child
Oh,
support.
wow.
So my mother and I did have a joint account. We did put it in there. She used it for here, kind of thing. So she did use it for me. It wasn't like she was out there paying bills for nothing. So I don't know how any other parent handles it exactly, but
Did you receive child support? Or your parents?
I was raised by my dad, and he didn't go after it. He just raised us.
and it was actually you saying that go after. My mother or my family didn't put my biological father on child support. He did it
That's
because
awesome.
they kept me from him because my mother was so young and he was a lot older. So for legal reasons, my grandmother obviously took me away from him. But to keep in contact, to have something attached to me, he went and signed up for child support himself, and he paid it himself.
Smart man.
Awesome.
Gigi.
Yes. I have a unique story, but I don't know. I felt it. I mean, she did what she was supposed to do, and on top of that, my mother still worked. So, my parents were high school sweethearts. Things didn't work out, unfortunately.
Oh.
But, life went on, and I ain't miss a beat. So, I'm all for child support.
Shout out to y'all.
So did you
man.
see him? Was it frequently, and he paid.
Yeah.
Okay, so I guess that's more of my question too. I don't. My circumstance is a little different. I don't have child support, but the father of my son and I, we share him equally. So 1 week on, 1 week off, that kind of thing. So just as much as I'm paying the bills on 1 week, he's paying the bills, and I don't provide clothing or food or anything on his end, and neither does he on my end. So with your mother, you were primarily with her, and you were having visitations with your father,
it
or
wasn't even
no?
a visitation. Like honestly, I just had a really unique childhood. I can't even explain it. Like games, I never missed a beat. Both
so they co-parented well.
Yes,
Okay.
both families are supportive.
That's dope.
Granny picking me up from
Very
dance
good.
class on mom and dad's side. Like when I say I didn't miss a beat, nothing.
That's good. That's
Sound like
amazing,
everybody was
actually.
real
Everyone
mature.
was hands
And
in.
it shows even in your adulthood right now
Yes.
how much that's affected you. Even them being
yes.
able to work together. I
Yes.
You're
appreciate
such
that
a
very
nice
much.
person.
Oh yeah.
Sometimes. Except when she's having certain conversations.
Oh, here we go. Zen, y'all.
Speaking of nice people, we're gonna get into my dog. Bill Cosby is out of jail now. How y'all doing?
Money
Bill
bag
Cosby.
Excited
Bill.
about that? I'm
Out.
excited about that. That's not
Yes.
the same R. Kelly situation, baby. It's just not.
Oh.
It's not. It's
hold on.
not,
But
Gigi.
we want to get Gigi's take
It's
on
not.
how
It
she
ain't
feels
no
about
take
it.
to take. It's just
Oh, it's
Come
a take, and we want to
on.
hear
I
it.
gotta do more research.
Why?
Those women were older. Those women knew exactly what the fuck they were getting into. Those women may have not liked it, but they knew it. They willingly took whatever it is that they wanted to take. Could he have provided it? Sure. But those women when nobody's strapped to no bed, when nobody, none of that shit.
Yeah.
And then R. Kelly, he was at schools, at malls, prowling on these young
Yeah,
women.
he was at McDonald's right by the school.
Yeah, like, that's different than Bill Cosby. in my
Bill
opinion.
was-
Like him, you
Bi-
still a fan.
Bill was chilling in his hotel.
I don't think so. I think it's still more to that
Hey.
story. I think it's two sides to every story. I'm not gonna say that the victims, everything is just false on that end.
But
I
we've
just
heard
can't.
the
And I've
facts
also
on
heard
both
that
sides.
I heard that he didn't he at one point confess. That's why I need to do more research because from the conversation I've had with many people, he confessed to actually some of that.
Yeah, he didn't
So,
deny that
the
he
fact that
had
he
substance-
confessed
yes.
to me, it's like, damn, we just looked up because the trial didn't work in, or because the evidence in the court system didn't work in your favor. But
Nah.
that doesn't
Oh,
mean
Bill
you're
Cosby-
necessarily innocent. Do that make any sense? So
Jeez.
it was hard to kind of celebrate it. I was torn. I was like, damn, should I celebrate this or it got a little truth to it?
From my understanding, he gave it to him and they took it.
Yeah.
He didn't hide the shit.
Yeah.
They took it.
Exactly.
And if you're going to a married, everybody knew he was married. Married man's room at 3 a.m, 1
Exactly.
a.m, whatever it is. What the fuck you going
Exactly.
for? Play spades?
Exactly.
To get naked.
Exactly.
You
And
gonna
then if
bust
she
that
How
says
is
shit?
this any
Stop.
different from the
And then if
T.I.
she
and
say
Tiny
stop.
situation?
But forget
There it is.
but T.I.
There it is.
We're gonna speak on that.
That's a different. That's a
But
different.
but the difference is, as far as Bill Cosby, forget the married man part.
Mm-hmm.
That's a big part also. But it's Bill Cosby. Like, let's take it here.
Okay.
Bill Cosby was the biggest black
Actor.
celebrity.
Yeah, he was everybody's daddy.
period, at that time.
Yep.
So whatever he's into privately, even if it didn't, because we didn't have social media back then,
Yeah.
even if it didn't make it across the country, you know what's going on in Hollywood.
Yeah.
It's like if someone's into something, you kind of know that around it,
Yeah.
especially if you're in an actress
Yes.
business, the entertainment business, you know what's going on. And for me, I got tired of hearing them talk because I'm just like, look, bro, if someone says to you, hey, Tiff, yeah, I know you're trying to be this actress. Come to my room. Come to my hotel room
Just because
at
you're
3
talking to me
a.m.
like that, I'm probably going to say no.
No, but he
Anybody
probably-
that's talking to me like this,
No, but
just gonna let it go.
I'm saying to you, it's like, what the fuck you gotta talk to me about
Yeah,
at
I
3
dig it.
a.m. for?
And that's why
like
I think-
nothing in a
yes.
hotel room.
I agree.
But that's
Like-
crazy because y'all, some people here at this table was talking about the whole T.I. situation that he's preying on little girls today.
I didn't say that.
They don't know.
I'm
and
on T.I.
they're getting
side. I
misled,
never
and
said-
they-
Yeah.
And you don't
Oh,
know
you-
what type of
Who
conversation
the
people
fuck's
have.
Oh no, who you
shit.
talking about? Tiffany?
I was about to say
Yeah.
it. No
And the
one
thing
me.
No, and I
But
don't back
the
down from
thing
that at
is,
all.
And that's what I'm saying. Even as grown adults, women, whatever. I'm 31 years old, and I still can't be like in that actual particular situation. Somebody awarded me the opportunity of a lifetime, and I've been grinding, working my ass off for a particular thing. Ain't no telling. Really,
That's a choice that you
it
made,
is a
then,
choice that
Gigi.
you make, but at the end of the day, you never know. Like until you're in that position. And that's why, like for the victims or for the people that's accusing allegedly, that's why I just got to stand firm in the I don't know zone because it's like it literally could have went either way.
Here go.
Literally.
Let's do the Terry Crews shit, right?
Yes.
He said a little white man touched his shit.
Right.
A little white man can't touch my shit, and Terry Crews is 3 times the size of me. We fighting in that bitch. Fuck a career. I'm fucking you up. You're not sexually touching me as a man. I'm sorry. That's not going to happen. Even as a woman, if I don't want it, it's not going to happen.
I think the difference was I think you're being literal, and it happened literally, but this was not like one-on-one, we kicking it, and you decide to put your hand out and touch me. I think what Terry Crews said, I want to say that was like at a party or something.
Yeah, at a party, but still.
That's a different environment if we at a party. It's a bunch of people.
Right.
And someone is drunk or someone, let's say they're sober and got bold and did it. It's like I may not be thinking or paying attention to that person in that way. I'm not going to say it can't happen. I ain't going to say what's going to happen to you.
I was going to say,
the repercussions of it.
I'm not above like thinking that it just
that
can't happen if I'm in that type of atmosphere. And I'm not even thinking in that realm. Maybe I'm not paying attention. I don't really know. But anyway,
Deep,
man.
It's touchy, man.
It's real touchy.
You ain't going to touch me. Fuck that. We gonna talk about it.
Hold on for a second. I got to play something for y'all.
Ah, Lord.
No.
And cut, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, my God.
And fucking cut.
Her head is about to fucking explode.
And
Just
cut.
ordinary people.
Yeah, we ordinary, all right.
Gross.
Anyway, yeah. Bill Cosby getting out of jail.
Bless it.
He got out of jail. And people are saying the same thing Gigi just said.
He's
Bittersweet.
suing. He's
Oh,
suing.
He got out of jail. We're going to get to that part. He's got out of jail on a technicality.
What was the technicality?
There was
Mistrial.
something his attorney actually kept it on purpose private. There was something that they overlooked. I don't know exactly what it was, but it was something that was overlooked by what kind of court was he in? Whatever court he was
Pennsylvania
in.
court.
That was criminal.
Yeah, criminal
It was
court.
criminal.
No, I get the criminal court part. I'm talking about what level though, because there was something that was overlooked by them, and his attorney knew it, and he held on to it and just stayed quiet about
Just to
it.
throw the
Which is
joke
why
out.
when they said, "Oh well, we'll let you out of jail if you just confess and go to this class," and Bill was like, "No, I'm not doing that." And for me, when I first heard him say, "No, he's not doing," I'm like, you know what?
He might be innocent.
Not even that. I'm just like, even if he ain't, if you're bold enough to stand on that and say, yeah, even if it gets me out of jail, I know it benefits me to say it, and I'm still not saying it. It's just like, bro, I gotta stand on that. Like I can't be mad at you. You did what was difficult in a very difficult time, and it did not benefit you, and you still said nothing. Like you still said no. You held your ground as far as how you felt about it. Coming up in the next segment, we're going to figure out what these people have been doing while we've been gone for the past week. And we are back.
So how did you used to get down, Gigi?
See, that's what I'm saying.
What's your favorite R. Kelly song? Just go for it.
Feeling on your booty, your booty. All right, enough.
But she
Cause y'all
don't
know I
like
don't
him.
rock with that man.
So the other day, there was a post.
Yes.
It was an interview done. Someone interviewed Mark Lamont Hill, a white person did. And Gigi
yes.
saw it.
Yes, I did. I did.
And they asked Mark, do you think that all white people are racist? And he kind of like sat back, he sighed, and he just basically said yes.
You want to put me in the corner asking me that
You
question?
thought you was going to back me into the corner,
She
huh?
did. She knew what she was doing.
And for me, when I heard it, I was like, it was cringy. But then I saw Gigi respond, and Gigi said, "Oh, I agree."
I agree.
So for me, I sat there and I was like, you know what? I could go hard on Gigi right now, but I'm gonna wait till Monday.
Wait till Monday.
I was
So
like,
why
should
do you
save it.
disagree?
Because
they're
I have
kids.
very limited experience with white people. Very limited. Probably the most limited in here.
Really?
probably-
Yeah, I go from the fucking ghetto. What do you
Okay,
mean?
that explains a lot.
Yes.
Interesting.
But in my limited experience, the couple that I did come across were not racist at all. And none of all of anything is anything. So it makes it an ignorant statement to say from the jump. I think people say it because they probably they haven't had pleasant experiences with white people, but I don't think that anyone in here thinks, and maybe Gigi does, but I don't think anybody else in here thinks that all white people are racist. I will go around the room starting with Julio. Julio,
Funny, you want to start with the person who's mixed with white. It's funny.
Well,
I didn't know
you're
that,
only
Julio. I did not. Did you know Julio was mixed with white?
Yeah, my mom.
Well,
was
he's
white.
disqualified.
Really? so your mom is
how do
white and
you
your dad is
feel?
black. You are an
My-
Oreo.
My don-
I did
my
not know
donor.
that.
What the fuck did you just
I'm
say?
sorry.
Racist.
That's racist, sissy.
I've been
Moving
racist.
right along.
Actually-
Go ahead.
Prime example, Exhibit A.
Oh, is she white?
Exhibit mother.
You know what?
A.
That's what's wrong with you. Women.
Ah!
All right, Kevin.
Here we go.
First of all, an Oreo is somebody who's black on the outside, white on the inside. You know,
Yes.
like a Carlton type
Yes,
person. That's who that's reserved
sissy.
for.
Well,
Yes.
excuse the fuck out of me. Oreo to me means I identify you as black. I didn't know you was white. Now I see you're white. You are an Oreo to me.
So
Moving
do
right
you
along.
really answering the question?
Shit, I shouldn't even be laughing right now. Shut the hell up.
Look here, Mama
Shut the
C2.
hell up.
But good. I
Um,
really didn't know that. I really
Yeah,
didn't.
so no, I think like when I seen it, I was like, it's ignorant on his face. That's like saying all black
Okay.
people are ghetto, all black people are this. You don't like that stereotype. They don't like that. All white people are not fucking inherently racist. Now, do some of them not understand the shit in which goes on? Yes, they
Yeah,
need to be
I agree
educated.
with
That don't make them racist. That means they're uneducated.
They're ignorant.
They're ignorant to that fact. That don't make them racist.
Okay. Next,
So, Gigi.
So yeah, no.
No, go ahead.
Tiffany.
I don't believe all white people. I don't believe all white people are racist. No, I don't. I do not. I can't really say there's a reason. I guess.
I want to know what Gigi thinks.
I think they
They're all
are,
white
and
people
then they go through this learning processing.
I think
thing.
I can agree with him to an extent of their ignorance, but
yeah,
I can't
the
say
ignorance
racist.
part. And I just feel like, yes, color is blind. Everybody's gonna go for it. Well, as babies, we don't know color. We don't see color. Nobody see color at goddamn 3, 6, 4, 5. But at 6, that's when you realize what's going on, and it comes from the home. I've been around predominantly white people all my life. I've been the only black girl in my entire school till I was about in the 4th grade. Then it was some sprinkles and different whatever, but I've always been like the only black girl in my entire grade. And I ran for president, whatever there, but it was perks to that because I was the token black girl. I was Jeff Graham's daughter and all that extra shit. So they kind of used me. I didn't even know at the time as the token, whatever, to get people to, we have an NFL
I've
player's
done that.
daughter in 10th
I've
here.
definitely
And
done that.
yeah, and oh my gosh, I do have a black friend. Janae, and that it's not fun. It's not fun,
understand that.
and I just feel like
I've been there.
I just feel like, honestly, deep down inside, because we all kind of do it. I hate to say it, but we all kind of go through those different things as in our races. As black people, we taught that, white people might do this, blah, 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 and I feel like that's the same thing that they're trained.
But do you think it's racism or do you think it's just ignorance?
It's racism. I feel like it's passed down in generations, and the only way we can reverse it is the education part and them awakening and saying, hey, at one point, whatever, which I've had friends that say, hey, Janae, I gotta apologize for calling you a Jamaica mama. I didn't know what I meant by that or whatever the case may have been, as time matriculated. And this is like in elementary school.
So you
I
would
was getting
qualify those people as-
apologies by like 7th, 8th grade from white people that said racist things to me back in the day and not truly
So
understanding
her
what they mama
experience
said
with
it.
white
They
people
daddy said it.
is why she
Right.
believes it.
Yeah.
Let me ask you a question though, G. Are all black women bitter?
No.
Are all black women angry?
But I feel like,
No.
are
We're
we
gonna-
racist? Yes.
No. I didn't ask you
I
anything
feel like,
about it.
are we? I feel
But
like,
I'm not
are
talking about
racist?
racism no more.
Because you're taking it to a stereotype thing.
No.
And at the end of the day, racism is like a whole nother giant. I feel
But
like
my
she in a
point-
separate
But
box
my
of her
point too
own.
is you made a statement about white people,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm saying to you, if white people wanted to look at black men and say
They grab their purse.
sometimes I
They
think
grab
you
their
should.
purse. They
But-
grab their purse. And also, let me tell you another thing.
But-
You think they like you and they're taking care of you and they open their arms to my family. Yeah, they take in our athletes and be sponsor families because they want something in return. Yes, they come in and foster the
But
black
Gigi,
men because they want something in return from
everybody
you.
wants something in return.
It be hidden intentions.
That's fine.
It's
But
hidden
what I'm
intentions.
saying to you, and you're jumping around from subject to subject, but
Yeah.
if you want to go there,
It's hidden intentions.
people want something from you in general.
Yes.
They just
but
do.
They're racist.
I think you're looking at them because they're white and
Mm-hmm.
want something from you. It's like two women approaching you, a white one and a black one. A black woman wants something from you now. A white woman says, he ain't got shit now.
Right.
I'll play the long game. And if she's smarter to play the long game than to just ask me for some shit when she know I have nothing, I can't be mad at that. But I was making the point of, yes, stereotypes.
Mm-hmm.
If I looked at the news and I wasn't black or white,
Mm-hmm.
and I looked on the news every single day in Atlanta, I would say black men are fucking crazy. Like,
Right.
they are running around killing each other. They're breaking in cars. They're stealing people's shit. They're shooting people in broad daylight.
Right.
That is what's portrayed on TV. Is
Right.
it wrong? Yes.
Yes,
Do they
it
have
is.
an agenda? Yes. But what I would say to you is, if we were not doing it, what the fuck would they have to show? Like, what would they have to report? If it wasn't happening at all, what would there be to report?
Okay, so I'm gonna play devil's advocate a
Yes.
little bit. So with
Thank
that
you.
being said,
Yes.
if white folks weren't doing so much racist shit
Thank
over and
you.
over and over again, would we not be calling them
Thank
racist
you.
as much as we are right now? Are our experiences tweaked by how they've been treating the culture?
And
Is that why our mindset is so stuck on every white person is racist? I mean, her experience. I understand. Listening to Gigi now, I understand her life experiences is what's altering her adult mindset towards white
and
folks
I'm not
at
saying
this
that
point.
they're evil, whatever. They have an awakening moment too, and there are some that's gonna march with us for Breonna Taylor. There are some. I'm not saying I hate them. If they go through an awakening moment, but I don't feel like they just coming out the gate. Black people,
So-
no, they don't. They come out the gate like.
Yeah.
Jared,
But the-
and
So
then
what-
like, oh,
so
I'm
what's
wrong
the-
for treating Jared like that. You know what, Jared? I'm sorry, brother. You're pretty cool for a black dude. You know, it's like it's a process.
Yeah.
But
So-
So
when
to ignore that
when you
is
say you're
like-
playing devil's advocate, that would make a lot of sense if I said that all black people were anything, but I didn't. All I'm saying to you is all of nothing is nothing. Like, you all have, she hasn't had a great experience with white people. We understand that. And I have had very limited experience. But what I'm saying to you is, even though I've had very limited experience, I've met them before, and they were just fine. Like, they
in
weren't.
your face.
No,
And then when you leave, they're
no. But I
you don't
watched.
know.
I was
But
around.
that's anybody though. You don't know what
No, but I
anybody
was
says.
around. I was
So you
great
gotta be
friends with
focused.
a white boy. My second to last year in high school, and I watched the actions of his parents. I watched the actions of him, and I can't tell you I ever saw one thing racist whatsoever. All they did was try to help black people. I don't know where it came from.
Okay.
I don't know. And they were from the Midwest, Minnesota.
Okay.
So, like, maybe it's just where they came from and that's just who
Ohio.
they were. But what I'm saying to you is, it's impossible to say a whole race of people is racist. A large amount of them may be, or ignorant or whatever.
And I feel like it's inherited. Like, I feel like it's inherited, and then they go through a process of learning. That's just how.
But
That's just how I feel
not
the
everybody
majority.
takes on what they inherit. Some people rebel from what they inherit.
Very,
'Cause
very
even-
little.
Those people you see outside
Small.
marching and standing, those people probably rebelled from what they may have inherited, or some people may have parents who feel that way and sent them out there to do it. Like, we don't know.
Now here it goes. Had y'all, if y'all would have came to the house, I'm not downing any of y'all for not coming. Y'all all have stuff to do.
Yes.
There's a
Yeah,
white lady.
Julio had a mixed household.
There's a white lady who lives in my neighborhood from
Okay.
New York. Her and her husband. She came out and told me her mom and them are racist, but she does not fucking prescribe to that at all. 100%.
I know a few people like that too.
She gets
actually.
it from her point of view, understands what she
Yeah.
understands, and knows what she doesn't. I have another white friend that I work with. She actually would ask me questions because certain stuff she was blind to until she started working around a lot of black people. She's like, I did not know this happened. She wasn't racist. She just was not exposed to dealing with black people on a daily.
Crash course.
Just like, for example,
AKA the crash
white
course
people
that
you
all
were
white
dealing
people
with,
go through
the
in
white
life.
people you were dealing with had one thing. They were closeted racists at best. Whereas if I introduced you to some of the ones I grew up with, you'd be like, oh, okay.
I mean, I'm not saying they're terrible, but at the end of the day, I just feel like they all go through that crash course. It's like, to me, to sit here and be like, oh, they just never did. It's people, they wake up and they just love everybody. And they probably do deep inside, but I'm pretty sure their mom, like, because we battle it in our race. I was taught certain things of different, I'd say about
So
white
you
people.
feel like by
So I
default,
feel like for all of us, we sitting here acting oblivious, like, no one is people out here that just love
But
everybody.
you're
'Cause I love
creating
everybody.
a new narrative.
I
now.
love
I'm not.
everybody.
Nobody said
I
everybody.
love everybody.
No.
We
I
didn't
love
say
'cause
everybody.
that's the Christian thing to do.
I don't.
I do.
I
I love those that
I
even
mean-
do me wrong.
This
I'm
No,
equal opportunity.
I learned-
I do they even do me wrong.
I can tell you some motherfuckers I hate.
Feel me?
Fuck that.
So I'm in a different
Well,
spectrum
don't like
than
dislike.
all
Hate is a
spiritual.
strong word.
That's fine,
Right.
but what I'm saying to you is all white people. It's a like when you talk about ignorance.
Yes.
That's an ignorant statement. to
And that's
make,
your
is that-
opinion.
no, just like it's
It
his
is.
opinion that all white. It's wrong.
Yes.
It just is.
I mean, that's your opinion.
All right, man.
I mean, that's what we're talking about. It's not a right or wrong. We can sit here and try to. But
It's one of those things that is a right or wrong, and it's not about belittling him. It's just wrong. It's like not all of anything is anything. Not all white people are racist,
and not all black people are racist.
I didn't say. What are we talking?
All I'm saying is, at
Julio,
the end of the day, that is an opinion. He has every right to feel that way, CO.
Well, we never said all black people are anything.
And that's what the crazy part is. And some people can agree with that.
All right, man.
That's opinions, baby. Perspective.
All right.
So speaking of opinions, right before we hit showtime, CO let us all know that none of us were invited to his potential wedding, maybe a wedding, perhaps. And not saying that he's engaged or anything like that. I'm just saying.
Y'all acting fucking surprised. Hey, I know shit over this seat. I know that I'm a freelance contractor around this bitch, and I know if it's a designated wedding, I'm probably not invited.
Are you kidding me?
Really?
Why are we invited to CO's wedding? But then, right before that, he goes, Tiff, so would you do like a destination wedding? I said, yeah, I would love to do something like that. And then goes and proceeds to tell me that I'm not even invited.
I was just giving you new.
So, hey, Tiff,
I was just giving you new angles to your business.
Right.
Oh.
No, and then I said, CO, I'm not invited to your wedding. My feelings are hurt. He goes, actually, no one at this table is invited to your wedding.
Julio, let me
That's what he
ask you a
said.
question.
That's what he
Let me
said.
ask you a question.
All right.
Well,
So do
I
you follow?
be damned.
No, you follow both of them on social media.
I be
do.
damned.
Have you seen them hang out at all together?
Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
How recently have you seen them hang
Shit,
out?
it was last week, right?
Here we go.
Were you invited?
Here we go.
Oh,
No.
See,
Hold
why you
on.
reach out to me?
Hold on.
I'm talking to Julio.
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
Were you
Hold on.
invited,
Fair enough.
Julio?
I take it a
Hold
step
on, where
further.
my bell at? Hand me my
Hold on.
bell.
Hold
Julio.
on.
Hand me my
Hold
bell.
on, Negro. You motherfuckers don't answer the phone when I call. First of all, y'all be calling about real shit. Fuck hanging out.
And that's our time for the day, y'all.
Pettiness.
Let them know where they can find y'all at on
First of all,
social
you
media.
can
Bite
find me.
it out.
You can call me, beat me when you want to reach me. And if you ever want to
Except for when that shit say Julio.
Call me and I answer Julio.
Oh,
and
they
I
don't
text
answer.
back.
They don't answer your phone
Yes,
call,
I do.
Julio.
Hell no.
Whatever. I do Julio. So anyway, like I say, I want to kick it with your girl Gigi the Nero.
Gigi
Just
don't answer
follow
my
me
phone
at
calls. Now that I think
I'm
about
just
it.
saying,
First of
bro.
all, you don't never call me. He used to call me at first. He just texted.
No,
Julio, you
that's
do
because
call
I figure
and
you're
text.
busy.
Right. But
Yeah.
I love you guys.
But Julio said y'all don't take his phone calls.
We can go out to
Julio
eat
called
as
me
a family.
one fucking time.
Julio
Julio, you called
invited
me
to the
one
family
time.
event. I couldn't attend because I was working.
See how they shit on me? I invite them to the house. Open,
At least we
free
get an
food,
invitation.
liquor.
CO don't like us past the
But I
table.
thought it was on Sunday, and I told you that. I said, damn it, it's not on Sunday. But long story short, follow me to Gigi's Nero. Like,
Mind you, I sent a text this week with the fucking with the
Oh
little
my
shitty
God.
flyer I
Julio,
created.
it's Instagram time.
Just saying. Look at the love I'm shown.
Tiffany, where can they find you and us?
Yes.
Not
you
at
can
Julio's
find-
house at his party. That's for damn sure answering his calls.
I was like, Julio got a real mixed crowd over there.
You
He
can
got white
find
people.
all of us on the_CO_show_podcast. Please like, follow, share, all of that good stuff. And then our YouTube link is also connected to the bio. Click, like, share, subscribe, all that great shit.
And you're
And then my personal IG is Tiffany Felicia. No, that's spelled TIFFANYFELICIANO.
hey, y'all please follow me at JULIOATL_ because they don't contact me, so at least y'all can probably reach out. We can have some interactions. I like y'all.
T.
And you can catch me at the.co.show. Again, that's at the.co.show. We'll catch you next week.
And we crashing
And
all
we
the
love white
weddings.
people.
Oh, now,
bro.
now we love white people.
Stupid.
Now we love white people.